Coming up Friday night, the Upper Iowa Conference Wrestling Tournament will be upon us. Previewing that tournament with Southwind coach Jake Elsbernd. And, Coach, when you look at your season, it's been a case of wanting to get that lineup that you expected to be in the lineup since November. I know it's been a little bit of a struggle for you guys throughout the season. Are you inching any closer to that possibility?
We are, I think. You're right. It's been a battle. I don't know if we've had it. Even last night we were without a kid that we thought coming in we'd have. But hey, that's part of the game, and there's a lot of other schools in the same situation. So yeah, we're hopeful that come Friday, we have everybody ready to go, and if we do, we feel pretty good about the team that we'll be putting out on the mat.
Knowing the fact that you've dealt with a lot of stuff like that throughout the course of the season, what's made you most happy about the guys in the room?
Well, we've kind of had to learn to adapt, and this team has done a really good job of basically kind of just covering for each other. I mean, we have some kids who maybe wouldn't necessarily have seen some varsity time, and they were able to step in. And there's other kids who maybe were more of a consistent, and we were asking them to, hey, this duel you're going to go here, but this other duel you're there. And our kids just really did respond well to that. And it's hard. You always want to put your individual kids in the best possible positions. You don't want to compromise that, but it is a team thing. And this is a very team-oriented group of kids we have. And so they were very willing to move around for each other. And that's not always easy. There are kids who very much so would like to say, this is the weight class I earned. I'm not going anywhere. And that may have happened in the past and with other teams. This team has been very good about just kind of listening to the situation, and what the coaches have to say, and putting their best foot forward, no matter where we ask them to go.
I know a few situations this year. You had a few opportunities taken away from you with some health-related things. You had some results that didn't go your way. That being said, with everything that you've dealt with this year, is this a hungry group at the right time of year?
Yeah, I think so. We talked all year long about our postseason goals, and they're all still out there in front of us. Even a duel last time we had, didn't go our way, and we had a good talk afterwards and just talked about what we can do to better ourselves. And it's kind of funny. There's a kid who we didn't have in lineup yesterday, and it's probably a 12-point swing, and you look at the duel a lot different that way. But the beauty about receiving a loss, whether it's an individual loss or that team loss, is you take a little better look at things, and that's good. We need to really continue to evaluate ourselves, individually, team, coaching staff, practice wise. And I think by just everybody kind of taking a harder look, it will help us here these next couple of weeks as we prepare to get ready for that postseason.
And you got the conference meet coming up on Friday night. I know you moved it to Friday night due to weather last year, and as a coaching staff group, you liked it enough that it's going to continue at least here in the short term. What was it about wrestling that Friday night as compared to that Saturday that you guys like so well?
Well, yeah, there was weather involved, and then we also were kind of going through that tricky year with COVID, and I know there were some people that were nervous about if a kid picks something up at conference and every day kind of matters. So there was maybe that in there too. But when it all is said and done, and we did do it on Friday for the weather, yeah, the kids had to miss probably the last period of their school day. But, starting early in the afternoon, we were out of there at a pretty good time. The kids are used to wrestling evenings anyways with duels. And, let's be honest, our conference, doesn't have the numbers that it once did, right? So like a bracket, of 4 or 5 kids is going to get done a heck of a lot quicker than a full 8-man bracket. So when all those things, happened and we were able to complete the tournament, I think everybody kind of looked around at each other and was like, this was very doable on a Friday night. And just the fact that it maybe gave everybody, kids, parents of the kids, coaching staffs, and their families a Saturday to be home before you get ready to go sectional district state weekends. I don't think there was anyone really opposed to that. So kind of unique. I like it. I think it probably will stay for, like you said, the foreseeable future, or at least the immediate future. But yeah, I think it was a good change.
And I know as you prepare for the postseason and your focus is on Monona on Friday night, I believe Riceville will be the only team that you see on Friday night that you'll see at your sectional and your district. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But does that change your approach at all to this conference meet?
Yeah, no, it definitely does. I mean, it does and it doesn't. There's obviously head-to-head matchups that you look at from the conference tournament, and there's years where it's kind of like your sectional tournament is your conference tournament, maybe minus North Fayette Valley and adding in a Sumner Fred or something, and so this year, you're right. Yeah, it's Riceville's the only squad that we'll see at sectionals. And so I think the kids can, for the most part, truly go out there and they don't have to worry about protecting a seed or earning a seed. They can just go wrestle to win a match. And maybe kids don't think about that much, but I think some might. And then you're really looking at, if there's some certain kids from our schools, you're looking at, how do you need to, work with your kid to adapt and beat that kid. I mean, there's little things both ways. But I think it makes it a little more free going into a conference tournament when you're like, hey, we're not going to see any of these kids again until maybe the state tournament. So that, yeah, it makes a little bit of difference, I think.
What's it going to take for you guys to have as good of an afternoon as you possibly can come Friday?
I think, we'll have our fair share of guys in the finals. I think it'll be very important for those kids in the finals to compete and I don't think we can send a bunch to the finals and then not win any of them. I think that would probably give a team like MFL an edge on us. I do think we have some kids who might not make the finals that I feel pretty confident that they are a strong third place finisher. And overall, just having 14 kids, and having them, if they can all place top 4, I think it'd be a very good day for us. And really bonus points are huge. Last year we were kind of in a battle with MFL, which I kind of see again this year. And I think we got out to a early lead, and then they kind of had a couple of really good round, maybe some backside kids, and had some good finals wins, and they kind of were able to edge us out. But we just need to put a complete day. We can't have a round where we take a bunch of losses and maybe kids get pushed back to a 5th place match, or like I mentioned earlier, we can't send, a bunch of kids to the finals and then have them all get beat. We need to crown a few champs. But really a team, obviously in a tournament like that, a total team effort is needed. And that's every kid doing, their part and, wrestling up to their ability.
All right, Jake, it ought to be a great afternoon of wrestling come Friday afternoon in Monona. It's the fun time of year. It's what you wrestle for, starting with the conference tournament and the postseason after that. We definitely wish you best of luck, and we appreciate your time.
Hey, thank you, and thanks for the coverage again. Look forward to seeing everybody on Friday night.
Jake Elsbernd, head coach of the Southwind Warriors, previewing the Upper Iowa Conference Wrestling Tournament Friday night in Monona.